I don't know where I picked that up from. I think it's basically based on the whole chakra idea whereby culture very much sort of lives in the root chakra. So it's bringing it back up to the heart-centred, meaning good for all involved, beneficial on lots of levels, just done with the right intention, a lot of love, if that makes sense. I know what I mean by saying that, and I think Em has a little bit of an idea, but...
Well, it seems to be materialising for me slowly, but the idea is coming into my mind that I'd like to be teaching meditation or promoting meditation in some form. This meditation group is just an experiment, really. Yeah, I think we can put together the idea of I was talking to this about this with my brother. The concept that you can have a business. Having a business allows you to have a thing which you can attach like various different things to. It can be like a many-stringed bow, if you know what I mean. And you can have different products, as it were, within your business. One of your products might be, meditation group, and one of your products might be, it's like a specialist form of meditation class. One of your products might be like reselling crystals or whatever. It doesn't really have to sort of limit it particularly. It's just float loads of different ideas into it. You get different things become different products. So that's the idea of it. And one of the things that appeals to me about this is not just that it's business and it's money, because I don't think really is that much money in it, but the appeal to me is that, gosh, I've lost the plot now. You're going to say what you were going to say.
For me, it's not necessarily about how much money it makes. That's one of the reasons why I call it a heart-centred business. Because the main motivation, money in our culture is necessary and we need a certain amount of it to survive, fact. Or should I say, survive to a certain standard. Given the fact that we have children as well, this is obviously fairly important. But the reason I call it heart-centred business is because my main interest is to be able to help people and connect with people and make their lives better. And mine, because I would enjoy it. So it's more about doing something you enjoy and giving in a way that you want. And if you happen to make a bit of money off of that, then great. But, it's a bit iffy. I've watched videos on YouTube about, people talking about making money off of this kind of holistic approach to things and whether or not it's actually ethical. So you have quite a lot to think about when it comes to that, I guess. Yeah, so what were you saying?
It's really hard to say what I was going to say. Let me just think for a second. Oh, yeah, okay. If you look at cults and churches and movements and things, they're defined very much by their ideology. But in reality, these things are in fact businesses, if you're honest.
Yeah.
If we're really honest.
Especially all the main religions, with really none exempt from that. It's a business.
Yeah. And I think it would be better to acknowledge the business aspect fully than it is to pretend that the ideology is, the ideology, because they're all saying that, selling themselves as the ideology, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be better just to say we just provide a service. Our service is spiritual teachings. Either you buy them from us, or you buy them from somewhere else, or you make them up yourself. Mm-hmm. We don't care. That's it. We're just a business, and that's how we make our money.
I do care,
by selling spiritual teachings.
No, I do care, though. That's why I feel like honesty is definitely the best policy with this.
Yeah, but they think they're being honest.
Really?
Look, the whole purpose... You can't say that anything's true and false in spirituality. If it like you say, if it resonates with you, then it's true for you. Mm-hmm. Right? So therefore, some people will want to go to church.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some people will want to be Scientologists. Some people will want to, I don't know, do whatever. I can't think of anything else, but, I'm sure there's lots of examples.
Join a satanic cult.
Yeah, exactly. This is my point. This is our right to be able to consume whatever spirituality we want to consume.
Yeah, but so we live in a culture which is run by money, fact, and we also have children, and those children need to be provided for within this culture that we're in. And I do have some quite big issues with asking for money at all for what may be called spiritual service of some sort. And I have watched quite a number of videos on this very subject where people try to reason it out and rationalise it. I think honesty is definitely the best policy, as long as we are completely honest about that and we don't charge extortionate rates, because, how much money does any of us really need? We need enough to provide food for our family and
people won't pay extortionate rates.
No. And so they shouldn't. And this is one thing I am against, because there are groups and businesses around in various places that do charge a heck of a lot of money for stuff like this. The sort of spiritual stuff. And it just does not bode well with me. So it is a difficult one, I think.
Yes, so the morality of making money from spiritual teaching, I think, to me, unfolds thusly. If someone comes to you looking for tuition, teaching, learning of some form, you charge. If someone comes to you wanting to collaborate with you to develop both of you together, you don't charge. So in essence, if you're learning by being a teacher and you're charging for it, I think that's not good. If you're learning by being a teacher and you're not charging for it, then that's fine. If you are teaching but not in the process of learning by the fact you're being a teacher, i.e. you're teaching a set-pieced thing, a set of things that is predefined, so it's not open to development, and you're charging for it, I think that's fine. It's just how you want to get a set of ideas that are laid out into the brain of another person. That's going to take time. Time is money, therefore you can charge. They want that set of ideas in their brain. There's different ways you can go about doing that, but in essence...
Because I came across a business, sorry to butt in, but I came across a business lately, and I'm not sure what it was, but it was definitely of a spiritual nature, whereby paying wasn't essential, which meant that anyone could go to this, whatever it was they were doing, but they did ask for a donation, whatever you could afford. And obviously you're going to get people in life that will probably take the piss out of you with that.
Well, why are you taking a piss if it's a donation and you don't give anything?
But most people who decide to go to a group or a talk or something like that, or a meditation class, have decided consciously that's what they want to do. They want to do that, they're interested in it, and they won't mind giving you some money towards it. So it kind of leaves the choice up to the person. I kind of like that idea. I just don't know if I've got that much faith in humanity sometimes.
I don't.
No. So that's just another way of doing it anyway.
I think, to me, it's the case of providing a service. Are you providing a service? If you are, you can charge for it. If you're not providing a service, then you can't charge for it. And that's as simple as it is. So sometimes when people come to you and you want to go spiritual on them, you're both learning. So you're both providing each other a service. You're not providing them. It's a two-way street. But sometimes when people come to you, they don't want that. They want to be given a set piece. And that's fine too. And you're providing a service by providing that set piece. So I think you can charge for it. Just have to define what that set piece is. And it also therefore helps to sell the idea, because if you can define what you're actually teaching quite well, then you can sort of look at what the selling points are and go, well, this is what it's going to provide. This is what we're aiming to provide, A, B, C, D, F, G. Is it a quality product? Yes, I would hope so. I wouldn't want to put anything out that I consider to be a bad quality, but what my perception of good quality and bad quality is may be different to other people's. But, I guess you just have to say, well, is my product that I'm selling delivering what I say it's going to deliver? And if the answer is yes, then I don't see the problem with it being. And going back to what I was originally trying to say, the fact that I liked the idea of it being a business because all these bloody cults and religions are businesses anyway. Let's just forget all the nonsense and just accept it for what it is, and everything will be a lot easier.
I was actually
everyone will
listening.
be a lot happier.
I was actually listening to a lecture by someone on this very topic who wasn't actually very happy about it either. Gotta be honest. It was a bit fiery.
What do you mean happy about it?
Happy about, say, for example, the Catholic Church being one of the richest organisations in the world under the guise of, spirituality, basically. A very angry person.
So had that person, if it was the case that they were just honest about it being a business and they were still the richest business in the world, would he have been as angry?
I tend to think maybe not, because it's there right in front of you. You know what it is to start with.
So in a sense, it's just sort of his anger is coming from his misperception of what we're actually dealing with, which of course probably comes from the projection of their business and how they want to display themselves to the world.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So that's that.
Are we done?
I'm done, yeah.
Yeah,
I've vented a lot.
I think actually this has been very rambly, and for that I need to apologise.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get any decent topics out of this.
Good luck with this, Em.
Rubbish.
Yeah. Sometimes it just doesn't seem to flow as well as others, and it's all about acceptance, I guess.
That's true.
Isn't it?
Yes.
That's how life is. So it is a projection of exactly how life is in a way. But I still think Em is going to have quite a lot of fun trying to edit this. So I wish him luck.
Thank you.
And on that note, I will say goodbye.
Goodbye.